The year is 1992, and the Disney Channel is dedicating Tuesday nights to the spirit of our nation's people. Join us as we salute the American legacy.
We want to stand with you.
The Disney Channel premiere film, Goodbye, Miss 4th of July. Join us for an unprecedented collection of movies and specials when the Disney Channel salutes the American legacy every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific.
Hello and welcome back to Vintage Disney here on Brian's Things That Are Cool, and happy 4th of July. I've talked about Disney adaptations of American heroes like Davy Crockett and the Swamp Fox on this show in the past. But this year I wanted to showcase a film that celebrates American excellence from a slightly different angle. At the turn of the 20th century, millions of people fled their homeland for a better life in America. Some, like the Italians, came to flee political corruption and war, while others, like the Irish, were fleeing religious persecution or were seeking better economic opportunities and land ownership. It was a chance to leave behind a rather bleak existence to strive for a better future as an American. Unfortunately, a lot of these immigrants would be faced with prejudice, low-paying dangerous jobs, and even violence as they assimilated into their new surroundings. Premiering on the Disney Channel on December 3rd, 1988 at 7 p.m., Goodbye, Miss 4th of July is the real-life story of one family whose courage and refusal to back down brings real change in the face of oppression. The cast features a number of familiar faces like Oscar winner Louis Gossett Jr., Chris Sarandon from Fright Night, Chynna Phillips of Wilson Phillips fame, and Conchetta Ferrell from 2.5 Men. Disney and Mark Twain fans may recognize actors like Mitchell Anderson, who played Huck Finn in Return to Hannibal, and Andy Stahl, who played the sheriff in Tom and Huck. Director George Miller, who also gave us The Never-Ending Story 2, The Next Chapter, and Andre, has a resume filled with family films, including a few Disney productions. Goodbye, Miss 4th of July is the story of the Janus family, a Greek family that settled in West Virginia in 1917. Author Christopher G. Janus's original book focuses on the real-life experiences of his sister Nikki, played by Roxana Zal, and is written in the form of fictionalized letters to her grandfather back in Greece, which is heard over the opening credits as we see historical photographs of immigrants arriving in America. Chris Sarandon plays the head of the Janus family household. Sarandon, as a descendant of Greek immigrants that settled in a town only 20 miles from where the Januses did around the same period, felt a connection to the story and jumped at the chance to play the part. The Janus family make their home in Montgomery, West Virginia, and after a minor culture shock like being unable to buy feta cheese at the local market, they soon find out just how different their new surroundings are as the town's segregation laws are enforced by the KKK, who are attacking black residents as well as whites who oppose them.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this. Come on, let's go. Nikki, come on. If my daddy knew I was doing this, he'd kill me. I thought your father agreed with the Klan. The rednecks, Nikki. Redneck? I thought they were supposed to be scary, huh? They look ridiculous. They look like pinheads. Schwiped.
Nikki makes friends with a local girl named Alma, played by Chynna Phillips, and together they attract two local boys, Tommy and Henderson, played by Mitchell Anderson. On a picnic, the teens come across a black former prize fighter named Big John, and Nikki learns Tommy's true nature as a racist when he threatens Big John. Tommy, as it turns out, is the son of one of the town's Klansmen. Later, when Nikki refuses to press charges against a young black man who bumped into her while he was trying to evade capture, the Klan throw a brick with a threatening note through the Janus' window. Despite the power they hold within the community, luckily not everyone thinks like the KKK, and the local hardware store fixes their window free of charge. The Janus family are inspiring true change in the community, and the Klan aren't having it. The Januses are even met with a burning cross on their lawn. The town's undertaker and leader of the Klan is played by Ed Lauter, who, like his role in my favorite movie, The Rocketeer, turns in another brilliant performance as an absolute scumbag.
I know where I'm going to be buried next.
Oh, no, I ain't got no money. Never heard you bury nobody for nothing.
I'm always happy to bury a smart-mouthed darky.
Cliff, take care of him.
You got that one free, kid. One more like that, you'll be eating soft food for a month. That flyboy hangs around my kiss and you let him waltz? Maybe you had it coming.
The plot line based around the Janus family dealing with racism briefly turns its attention to America entering World War I, with Henderson, who's been dating Nikki, tries to enlist but is denied entry into the army due to having flat feet. There are a few moments portraying the prejudice immigrants and black soldiers experience throughout this part of the movie, but as with the films I've talked about in the past, like Iron Will or Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, a lot of the uglier parts of the story aren't shown as accurately as they should be in favor of over-sentimentality. Just as the First World War hits, the Spanish influenza epidemic breaks out in Montgomery. We first see this at Nikki's father's factory, where a worker is overcome by fatigue from the flu and faints, resulting in a fire breaking out. In Montgomery, West Virginia, there's a Miss 4th of July contest every year meant to honor a girl who has helped her community. Teenage Nikki embodies what the town's contest is said to award. In a very neat and tidy Disney-fied way, her strong will to stand up for what's right affects her community for the better. And Henderson and Alma nominate Nikki while she's in the hospital having contracted the flu. Nikki sadly doesn't make it through the epidemic. After Nikki's passing, her mother gives birth to Christopher Janus, the first of the Janus family to be born in America, who went on to write the book this film is based on. Nikki's father accepts the Miss 4th of July award on behalf of his daughter, and the film ends with a powerful speech from Sarandon about Nikki's American dream.
That you have chosen to honor someone from a foreign land on this your national day says to me so much about the country that my family and I have adopted. This was Nikki's dream. It was also her dream that we become part of this land. A land that she loved from the first moment that she saw the Statue of Liberty.
During his final visit to West Virginia, the book's author Christopher Janus searched in vain for his sister's grave, as he had promised his mother he would. During the Spanish flu, so many people died they were often buried in unmarked graves. This, plus reconstruction of the Montgomery Cemetery, made it impossible to fulfill his promise to his mother. Christopher Janus's book may have received the Disney polish in Goodbye, Miss 4th of July, but its potent message shines through. There's an ugliness in America, and in any society, as much as there are good people. We just may not recognize issues until an outsider who truly believes in our values and ideals and wants to be part of our country shines a light on the right path forward. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my look back on Goodbye, Miss 4th of July. If you'd like to be kept up to date as to when I release a new video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you really want to be notified, hit that bell as well. I'm Brian, and I'll see you next time on Vintage Disney.